Investigations have been launched this morning, two of which are focused on the response from police, whether it was adequate. From the police minister this morning, she's highly commended them on their response, and the second being from corrections, looking at 24-year-old Machu Reid. Now, we know for a fact that this man was being electronically monitored. He was on home detention, but he was given permission to work at the construction site. So they'll be looking into that and how exactly he had access to a weapon whilst being monitored. Now, we have learned a little bit about his past. We understand that he was charged with two very serious offences in March this year, one of them being in 2021 where he violently attacked and strangled a woman. Now, when asked about his motives, the police commissioner, Andrew Costa, this morning has said that he believes it was something to do with the construction site itself. Now, I've spent a lot of time both at the hospital and at the incident site yesterday, around this time yesterday, and what happened is basically this man entered the construction site at around 7 a.m. He then made his way to the third level of the building, at which point shots were fired. The police were then called, and we now know it took them exactly 11 minutes to make their way into the building. 4 minutes later, the Armed Defenders Squad also moved in. Shortly after 8 a.m. is when 5 shots were heard in quick succession. We now know a negotiation took place in an elevator shaft. The man barricaded himself inside that elevator shaft. Unfortunately, those negotiations were unsuccessful and a police officer was shot and critically injured. The shooter was then found dead. 2 others were also found dead. We now know that they could be potentially colleagues of the shooter, and 10 others have been injured, including that critically injured police officer. We just got an update just before we came to you. He is in a stable condition. Another police officer was also injured, and we know of 4 of those people are civilians. Their injuries range from moderate to critical.